Okay, and we're back with some more live streaming from T3 here in Las Vegas. And as I've been saying for the past couple of days, the part that I love most about coming to these conferences, especially T3, is the access to just the top talent that we have all day long. And right now is no exception. We have Natalie Wolfsen, who's the CEO of Orion.
Thank you for having me. It's nice to be here.
It's great to have you here as well. And I know Eric Clark was going to join us, but he couldn't, so he's retired. I believe he's playing pickleball with Aaron Klein. Is that correct?
I know he and Aaron are having a lot of fun together, but he's been great. He's been spending a lot of his time talking to me and helping me get off to a great start at Orion.
Absolutely. So there's a lot I want to unpack here. These are fairly brief live streams, so about 10 minutes. We're going to try to cram in as much as we can. So the first question I have, and I should acknowledge too that Eric was here and he received an award. What award was that?
He received a Lifetime Achievement Award from T3. My
That's
understanding is it's the 20th
Yes.
Lifetime Achievement Award, and certainly very well earned and deserved by Eric. He's done more than anyone, I would argue, to transform the industry and
Yes.
to serve financial advisors. So it's nice to see him recognized and rewarded for doing so.
Absolutely, and I fully agree with that, and I think you would be hard-pressed to find anyone that would disagree with that, so well-deserved. Now on that note, big shoes to fill.
Absolutely, big shoes to fill.
So what are some of your plans for Orion?
So, it's interesting. Eric built a great company. He and I believe many of the same things about the industry. We are equally supportive of advisors. We believe that at the heart of everything is helping advisors serve their clients. Our mission at Orion is that we're going to help advisors provide investors with their own unique vision of success.
Okay.
That inspired Eric, and it inspires me. And the way that we believe that we can do that is by powering an incredible advisor-client journey.
Okay.
And so my vision for Orion is an extension of Eric's vision. We're still going to be very focused on making sure advisors are as effective, efficient as possible, that the conversations they have with their clients are powered by fantastic tools, perfect information, and meaningful conversations. And so what you should expect to see from me is, over time, Orion building an advisor experience that not only generates those great conversations with their clients, but does so in a way that helps advisors be as efficient and effective as possible.
Well, that's music to my ears. So, sidebar, I'm an Orion client. We've been very happy with you guys, and really excited to see where it goes from here. And sort of off camera before, we were talking about integrations and how important that is for advisors like us. What's your vision for that?
So my vision for integrations is whenever you decide to partner with somebody, or maybe you purchase a firm, you start with an integration that's just logging in. And then you move to integrations that I call light integrations, where some information is moving two ways. Both systems or both companies understand who the client is. And maybe there's some functionality that's shared between the two systems or the three systems. And then after that, what you need to do is you need to take a step back, and you need to think about what is it that the advisor is trying to achieve with their investor, and how can you build an engagement that meets the needs of the advisors. And often that's not more deeply integrating systems that were never intended to work perfectly together, but taking a step back and saying, okay, given what the advisor and the investor are trying to do, how do we create a whole new client experience? So a good example of that is, even though financial plans and investment portfolios are required for an investor to meet the goals of their plan, the systems were never designed to work together. So you have separate risk systems, you have separate portfolio construction systems, separate trading systems, and then you have a financial planning system that maybe has your clients' behaviors, their dreams, their goals, their cash flow. First step, you bring those systems together so that you know who the clients are, and you can at least see the client side by side in those systems. The next step is to connect the portfolio to the plan. But after that, you really need to start thinking about how advisors would like to have conversations with their clients, given that all that information is in one place. And so that's what Orion's doing right now. We're working on that new client experience, and I just feel really important to say, we don't have to own every system for it to be part of this new client experience. You as an advisor,
Yep.
you choose the technology you want to use, and we need to make sure that the technology you've already chosen that's critical to your business is included in that client experience.
I think that's such an important point to make, and especially for our audience, right? So our audience is made up of advisors looking to go RIA.
That's right.
And one thing they need to understand is the absolute importance of integration. Mm-hmm. And I had the pleasure of doing a number of podcasts and webinars with Eric. And he had this phrase where it's a most in one solution.
That's right.
Not necessarily all in one, but most in one. And that really resonated with me. And one of the things I like most about the forward-thinking providers, and you guys are definitely one of those, is it doesn't have to lock everyone into one ecosystem. That's not going to work for most advisors. And the ability to play well with others in the sandbox, I think that's a real calling card for Orion for sure. I can speak from firsthand. And I think that's critical. And for those of you in the audience that are looking to go RIA, your tech stack, you live and die by your tech stack. And the ability to integrate with everyone is, I would say, paramount.
I agree. You know, one of the great things about our industry is it's incredibly innovative. And if we were to be closed ecosystem, we would be shutting you off from some of the great ideas that can come from anywhere. We feel really strongly that Orion has great ideas too, but doesn't mean that we're the only ones. And so
Right.
we absolutely need to integrate.
Yeah, well, that's a great way to perhaps end it for today. So before we do wrap it up, any announcements you could share with us?
I just wanted to say Orion's having its largest client meeting in March 12th, Ascent, and we'd love to see you there. That's where we're planning to make some announcements about the future of Orion.
All right, so that sounds like a pretty good teaser.
All right, thank
Natalie
you.
Wolfsen, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. All right, and that's going to wrap it up with Natalie. We have a couple more coming, so stay tuned, and we'll be back with some more content from Go RIA, fueled by investment news. Thanks for joining us.